Celebrity Rehab Day 14, I'm pretty sure. Congratulations to me for sticking it out for 2 weeks. Today was a solo therapy day, and it wasn't as harsh as solo therapy days usually are. I had a little bit of the runs last night, so I was worried that was gonna interrupt my session, but it went pretty well. Today we were just going deeper into this core negative beliefs, or the nightmare fuel list, as my therapist referred it to as, because he was talking about how on Inside Out, like Inside Out 2 specifically, how Riley has that inner sanctum where it's like joy and sadness go to, or there's all of the water that was rebuilt after the first one that has all her core beliefs, and then when she the string in the beginning, it says like all of these positive core beliefs that she has in herself, but later after anxiety takes over and they go down to like the core belief thing, the thing that rings out the most is that I am not enough. And so we were trying to figure out what that core negative belief is for me. I'm just gonna say, I'm so fucking proud of myself for doing this work. I've been in therapy since I was like 19, on and off again. And usually when I do therapy, it's like once a week or once every other week. And it ain't never been no 5 days a week shit. And my therapist on, not Monday, last week maybe, was talking about how going through this program, she can say it's akin to like going through chemotherapy, because she's worked with, people that have cancer and are taking chemo. And she was like, this is hard work. This shit is not easy. It would be like chemotherapy for like your mind. And I really feel that. So proud of myself for showing up for 14 days straight, even though I was like sick for 2 days this week, so I didn't go in. I didn't even do virtual on those sick days, because I'm just learning how to like reprogram my mind and body not to think that I need to earn rest. Even when I'm like sick, I'm like, well, I didn't do anything today, so can I really lay down? No, I really just had to fucking sleep, and I slept a lot, and I'm okay with that. Even though I did go to the gym and grocery shop and do all those other things, I'm trying to learn to be okay with, just taking my time and being slow when I'm having slow days. And I really appreciate that these people don't nag me. I think that another thing is like, when you have sick days on a job and you don't work for them sick days and you accrued them, and they still treat you like, oh my fucking God, you're taking a sick day. Do you know how this is going to affect the team? So I still think I have a little bit of that trauma. And so I was like, oh my God. I went in on Tuesday, even though I was sick, and they were like, girl, you do not have to come in when you're sick. But back to what I was saying about today. Yes. So originally, I thought that the core belief that rang truest to me was that I'm not safe. But once we delved deeper into that, it's really that I have this belief that I should have known better. Anytime anything bad or dangerous or fucked up or traumatic happens, I'm like, I should have known better. I say that to myself a lot. And when I really think about it, I think about this time that I had a joint therapy session with my mom. I think I was like 22, 23 when it happened, and it was with my Black therapist that I'd been with for years. And so I first of all didn't even think that this lady, that my mom, was gonna agree to doing the therapy session, but she did. And I was so fucking nervous before, and in the session I like barely spoke. My mom and my therapist were basically going at it, because at one point my mom was like, I don't understand why she needs to make mistakes. I made all of the mistakes already. She should be following my example, and she doesn't need to make any mistakes in her life. And I was just like, do you see what I have to deal with? And I think that I had always known before then, that I was always just expected to know. Even when I don't know, I was supposed to know. I've just never been allowed to not know, even as a child. And so that shaped the belief in me that when shit did happen, it was because I didn't know better. And if I did know better, it wouldn't have happened. And so I do have this very strong core belief of I should have known better. And if I knew better, I would have done better. And it's not a great thing to believe, because you end up believing that all of the bad and fucked up shit that happens to you is your fault. And if you just knew better, that it wouldn't have happened. And so we are going to be starting EMDR therapy on Tuesday in my one-on-one sessions, keeping that negative belief in mind. And we're going to work towards trying to reframe it from I should have known better to I did the best I could with what I knew at the time. And it kind of seems like something impossible for me to believe at this point, just because of, my life experiences that have brought me to this point and the way I've been wired and how deeply it's ingrained into me after 29 years. But I'm letting them hold hope for me that it can change and that I can adopt new ways of thinking. It just feels so motherfucking hard when this is all you know, especially when it's ingrained into you as a child in your formative years, and then you grow up and you're like, not only is that a lie, it's not serving you. So what do I do now? I don't know what I thought this celebrity rehab experience was going to be. Definitely not this. There are days where I feel like, what's the point of any of this? I'm going to need to be in this program for 20 years to counteract the first 20-some years of my life that I had all of this fucked up wiring and all this trauma I've been holding in and everything. So sometimes when I'm like trying to look at the end goal, I'm like, this shit, I don't very often believe. I would like to believe. I just think that in processing all of this, a lot of it, I didn't realize how much shit I had locked up in the back of my mind, in the back of my memory. And then when I'm processing it and it's all coming up, I'm like, well, why would I believe things are going to get better if I have a history has shown that is not the case, and history often repeats itself. But I'm really trying to, first of all, be non-judgmental. I think that's the thing I've been practicing the most towards myself. I'll still judge other bitches, but towards myself, I'm trying to be nicer. And that's not to say that I'm like lying to myself. I'm just like not as mean to myself. For when I do catch myself being mean, I say sorry to myself and I try to course correct, because I am very intentional about getting the healing that I need from this program. And I am excited to see who I come out as, because I feel like I don't know who the fuck I am right now, and I haven't for a while. And I'm hoping that going through all of this will give me some clarity, or at least help me see excuse me, help me see better and let go of the shoulda, coulda, wouldas. So great things to come. I'm about to go lounge in this saltwater pool. I'm really fucking tired. And I just like don't have very much energy after going to this thing. I'm like, I don't know if I'll ever be able to return to a 9-to-5 setting. Hopefully not. Yeah, so that was Celebrity Rehab Day 14. We had the 2-week mark, bitch. And thank you everybody for rocking with me, supporting me through this. I think this is the most consistent I've ever been in posting videos. And that's got to count for something. It's got to be saying something. So yeah.